Stayed in on this one, folks. FLUXO, Monte, fireworks guaranteed, and the first firecracker comes from Waro. A one-tap into Phelps.
Yeah, and also in terms of the Waro switching over to SDY for the calling, I actually like that. I think it's kind of weird that it's before the major, but I feel like I could have expected that before they, you know, if they had said that was already the case, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. As, you know, SDY coming from NaVi, of course, with so much good information. Oh, my goodness.
Hello.
Did he just have his, like, softest slippers on? VSM did not hear him running down those steps.
It's just, he drags his feet. Silently gets behind them. But with the kill inside a connector, they can just sprint it, eh? Go ahead, dodge that couple of flanks that are both still inside connector coming at him. Krasnal inside sights. Hopping players, hoping still to get in. And Boros and Sumdai Young connect the headshots. It is Monte's CT side to pick up pistol.
Even though the last game was 16-0, this game could literally just be just as fast, even if it's like 16-9 or something.
See what FLUXO can offer up. It's going to be Phelps at the helm, quickly up connector, opening kill, a chance at a second, but Waro, oh, poor Woody. Gets popped in the background. Lukowski comes back to recover. Sumdai Young stuck on an aisle. But Lukowski does double back towards B. VSM versus DemQQ. Flash off the mark. So an easy hold outside of Monster. And now Lukowski, unfortunately, has a tall order with 3 players left alive and only half of his health.
Yeah, Flash not designed for that close Monster play, of course.
The Waro 2K.
2K.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Huh?
Finally got someone to carry the mantle for Stewie whenever somebody gets a 2K.
That's true. Can't forget about Stu.
But if Bart 4K is Bartak, then Waro can be Warak. Wartak. Wardick.
Cook on. You know, cook it up. Cook it up.
On.
Cook on, brother.
Keep calm in.
Like Lukowski is right now. Look at to spice up the last 30 seconds of round 3. They've already heard him. Boros. Yeah, that'll if he thinks he has any element of surprise. You got 2 crosshairs trained on you. Fire with fire, said Woody. But he's met Boros point blank, up close and personal. Monte 3-0. Again, what could have been with that opening kill coming out of Phelps in connector. But Waro, look at that.
That's beautiful.
That's like 5 bullets, 4 of them headshots.
Yeah, and 2 players on headshot angles with you out in the open, full body showing. In any way that's relevant to modern CS, that's the problem. But I think that's a good prospect. I would rather kind of change my style than have to pick up new players, because I don't think they have to do that. VSM, Lukowski, Phelps, this is a super strong core in my opinion.
Sumdai Young sliding out of bathrooms. It's a one and done. Traded back by Woody. This time he will get the trade. Unlike that moment in connector. DemQQ with the headshot to Lukowski. Not going to get out of connector or deep con. And this is going to leave Waro 2K comfortably in short. He could have sat around, but with his teammate leaving, he's a little cautious about another connector player. They're rotating up to A preemptively. When FLUXO are making the right call, stack outside of Monster to try and get there first.
Yeah, he's not in a bad spot though, and sometimes I worry about FLUXO because they'll just, you know, negate an angle or forget about it. Here's some damage coming in. They're going to activate, looks like, with this little bit of information. They'll molly off short as well, which is huge.
Heaven player.
Up top.
Fires through the smoke. AWP from FLUXO's in the background. Boros, Waro, he falls off. So the timing is changed here on the boost. They will still erect it. DemQQ stops bomb plant. And while that boost gets absolutely nothing done, DemQQ is just finding frags up from heaven. So now History, who is hoping to have to be left in a clutch with the op, instead has a 1v3 that feels impossible. And so even with that boost on short side failing more than once, it all gets stopped in its tracks.
Yeah, they had the molly off on short. They used the smoke on sight because they had to block off the heaven angle. But of course, they could have planted default with the molly, but weren't fast enough to do that. And when they planted in the smoke, that was easy for DemQQ.
We've got players here inside of water playing with grenades. Boros fully flashed. He's got a MAC-10 gunning him down, and DemQQ with the double kill falls back, draws them outwards, forces Lukowski to chase him deep. And that Tech 9 can't get more, but Lukowski also had the bomb. Phelps tries the same thing, gets hyper aggressive, takes the fight to them. It's an excellent pounce out of FLUXO to punish what were two players caught off guard. But those two players that are still up in woRO and krasnal are better equipped, and now that pop, that energy, it's evaporated.
I think woRO's playing it pretty well from this specific angle because he knows the bomb has to come back up. krasnal making sure they can't push. Monte will resign here to CT and wait for the bomb to get planted. No further tactics taking place besides patience here from FLUXO. Bomb will now cross up onto the plant. No nades to assist him off of this position. Pressure on krasnal to get a kill as the rifler in the situation.
Just gets away. Before that peek comes through, woRO with the double. Listen, the fact they grabbed the AK, pulled bomb back into the bomb site, gave themselves a post plant, had the makings of an upset here for the...
Another matchup that could potentially be in the realm, of that score line.
Yep.
Whether or not it's actually 16-0 or not, and that is definitely true. We're already, of course, breaching territory where it's going to be hard to climb back into, but
if Greyhound can do it versus fours...
then certainly. Monte could do it versus FLUXO. 2 rounds versus Pain. Lots of games where they just fall so hard. Some games where they take over, but I think we're already past the point where they're simply going to take over.
Missed chance with the AWP.
It just stays, yeah.
Doesn't move, man. woRO 2K. Freed from the shackles of in-game leadership. Happy to just hold the line. Will force the remnants of FLUXO to take long instead. krasnal with an off angle. It's going to catch Woody off guard, and it's a clean shot, but history will have him pinned in the corner. Can't move. Molly on top of him. This could be a recovery kill, and sure enough, it is. But 35 seconds, we've got still woRO 2K up inside of connector, not looking to flank or join his teammates on the bomb site yet.
Yeah, and he's just patrolling. He's like, I've got the 7-second rotation downstairs, if anything, and it's already past the point that they can do anything with it. And that's their opportunity. He took one peek because there's no time to even go B now. And they know the two players are now at A, almost certainly.
And they're going to make a rush for it. They're going to try this 2v2 inside of the A site. I mean, Demq's low health at least, but Young.
Oh my God.
Instant headshot. Looks real good, but no coverage on the bomb plants, and it gets stopped. Time decides here. Lukowski, not even given an opportunity in the 1v2, will finish off woRO 2K. A costly round, no doubt. But it is Monte 7 straight.
Yeah, big one from woRO to just stay where he...
Aggressive inside of the B site, will catch krasnal off guard. Now they've got double up on Monster, and they turn their attention back. Oh my God, boros behind them, behind him, and Lukowski up in con. No scope by woRO 2K, who's piecing together a 1v3. Can't follow through just yet, has to put out the Molotov. Can throw a frag for the bomb planter. And now he's got both these players at half health or less. 12 and 4 on the half already. I mean, if anybody's gonna do it, it's woRO 2K, and the instant headshot.
Oh, he thinks it's a monster play.
It's just gotta be Woody.
Time's gonna burn at this point, so woRO doesn't see anything on this gamble.
There's M4s and AKs to pick up.
He clears out the important position, so I don't know, Woody, he's just standing out in the open. Oh
what? Okay, 1v3 for woRO 2K. woRO's hopping around. Gun back up. It's an entire pack of FLUXO players looking to pummel this B site. They're getting close. The boros shaves Lukowski off the back end of the hit. Phelps is still stuck inside of short water. It's him versus Young soon enough. DemQQ waiting for the attack to come through, and no cover on the bomb plant, but VSM still capitalizes with a double kill, which means it's still a man advantage. Phelps turns his back. And this is a near mirrored image to woRO 2K's 1v3. This time FLUXO grab that bomb and run. Sprinting for that A site, leaving VSM back behind them as Young is heard.
I think...
Bomb could double back, it won't.
They could run it back, but yeah, VSM will just join up. I mean, they have CT control, so a very hard round for SDI to win. They're not playing towards long in this position. But he still actually made quite good time, and they've actually just both played in the site, so there was a chance.
History is holding this. VSM would have to trade. Ooh, instant headshot out of History, and FLUXO, they've shrugged off the demons, okay? The first one's on the scoreboard. There's still 6 more to play. So OG, much less.
Yep. Got 2 great examples, yeah, for sure.
This round, they're going to get aggressive. Boros, sick of sitting inside bomb site. Why do I have to hide behind Toxic when I can go to them? He extends out through Monster. Will get caught on the fallback by Woody, but we do still have another CT out on a peninsula. It's DemQQ. And obviously, Woody's never going to see that one coming. He thought he caught the guy on the retreat. They didn't see the second as well when Boros picked up his kill. So
yeah, that was good order of operations to get him out of there. 2v3, however.
Timings on timings as Phelps manages to split through into the A site.
Yeah, he also smells that there is a second player on A they haven't found yet.
But the bomb is actually going back from T-spawn over towards Monsters.
Oh,
it's so weird.
Here, look at this. I mean, we're watching our flank and bathroom, so Phelps, he's going to not have the edge. Woro, just really smart positioning right there. And even though history is unknown, it's 1v3. We'll see if he can put together the clutch.
Seen some nice op shots, and the bomb will go down. He's going to have
utility.
Quick pressure on the back, though. Short player taking up the attention. Beautiful bait from DemQQ.
Yeah. Running around in circles.
Yeah, the dance of death. Blank versus a Tech 9. So shot to the side.
3 spotted here from the CT side, but can't really punish.
No, not in a position to capitalize. As of course, this is still a round where they've got something to work with. Woody comes through with the AWP. Flashback. Most other players on the team save some money for that 15th round. Woody catches Boros,
but God.
Jumping all over the place. Lukowski's kind of lucky to be alive. There's been a few of those awkward moments just like that.
Yeah, well, that's a play that wouldn't make your professor happy, but at the same time, it's a passing grade. They lock it down, they get top bathrooms control. They've got a 3v2 position, and they didn't have much to work with on this round, so that free upgrade's nice. But we've seen actually great mid-rounds from Monte in spots like this, so I don't think FLUXO feel like they're through it just yet. Woody on his old op, sometimes referred to as zywoo.
Oh, Lord. Spotted, but yet still.
He didn't clear it.
And now he knows history's right here as well. So DemQQ kills him easily, 20-4 at the moment. You know, we could talk about Boros.
Second mark, SDY can start to turn the corner. 1 kill here down at B. Let's see if SDY speeds up, actually. Yes, he will. And this is the play of the hour.
Yeah, Krasnell's ready as well. This would just be such a drop kick into the back of FLUXO to send them into that second half with only 3 rounds to their name.
Bomb scored. Bomb decides the round, looking back towards the A site as SDY gets closer. Oh,
done.
Ooh, cut off at the neck.
Nothing you can do now. Poor Woody stuck between so many CTs and the clock also not on their side. So an easy 12th round added up to the tally for Monte. The most CT-sided map and a 12-3 CT half. FLUXO with a lot of work ahead of them in the second. Pistol would help. It'd be such a sigh of relief. DemQQ awaits them. Oh,
wow.
Dude, bends a bullet around into the forehead of VSM.
Kidding.
Knocks his teeth out. And he's fired up, man. He's ready for the next one. He's got the bomb back behind him. There's the kit as well. Nicely highlighted. CTs will need to go grab it, but off of the flash.
Beautiful.
He can't get all 3.
Oh, but they have A now, because they have the 3rd player spotted here. Now, they know it's 1-1 to sites or 2 in B. So, obviously, odds say hit the A site and just hope. Woody, with the sole USP in this position, could change the tide of things if he hits a shot or 2. We'll see if he can do it. No, it'll be Boros. Teammate behind him, Lukowski.
Bomb's going B.
He's a force, but he's alone.
Done.
Bomb was avoiding him.
You got Woro and Boros side by side on the front side of that site. You're rotating up in a 1v4. Tough place to be. FLUXO, they're going to take a timeout to try and solve the problem here. It's force to the end of time. Side.
Yeah, they could save that for another day on Overpass, it feels like, as the 5v4 comes in looking for 15. No splash here on Monster. Would you lead all of that, but not hear anything else? But I don't think Monte need to be shy.
Woody hoping to float away from that. Boros not going to half-ass it. Gets a double headshot into the B site. Scout and the FAMAS, the 2 pieces that were meant to do something, still haven't even had a chance to shoot. Lukowski scouring with the scout. Well, Young starts the flank behind them. Scout will find its mark. Bomb is a bit slow on the approach. Phelps,
Wait a second, SDY didn't hear that?
I guess not.
He was running up really close, but it doesn't matter at this point. Unfortunately for Phelps, with 25 seconds, he's saving in like the most annoying position ever. It's like, oh, if I had more time on the clock, I could really eat my heart out. But what the hell
and
is
he
this?
gets
SDY,
away.
After not seeing anything, go back.
No
look
way.
on A.
And you feel like Phelps, like there's that half second in your brain where you've got to pull the e-brake, like, oh, that's not a teammate. You know, oh, I'm not rotating down with a teammate. That is indeed the back of Young's head. And still, SDY will have no idea how hunted he was in that moment.
And Boros gets spotted, but it's
Nobody's turning.
A weird dink. You know, he still has 73 health. He's happy to fight. And Phelps, he's going to be like, what the hell? I was supposed to get that kill. He's gone. And the T's can actually walk back upstairs, but the flank from Woody, surely.
Yeah,
this is a FLUXO round, right?
100%. No solution. Young knows that the flank is right here, or still gets caught. Doesn't maybe think that they'd push that deep. Now the bomb's fallen in front of him. Woody gonna clean up DemQQ as well. So sure enough, with guns in hand, a CT side can start. It will start like a sprout, but it'll blossom into nothing more.
Well, actually,
What if?
I mean,
What if Boros closes with a 1v3? What if there are 2 1v3s in this 16-3? What if
Esse primeiro step de vencer uma partida e voltar a jogar bem.
He thinks it's a little bit of confidence, actually, that we're coming off of rough matches, and it's only natural that you need to win some matches to get more confidence. So that's kind of in the rhythm of things that we are going.
Now, one thing that should be something that you can build confidence off is you have a lot of good individuals for sure if we can get it working together. But you're going up against Monte now, who also have a lot of strong individuals. How's your game plan feeling against these guys? Because they pushed FaZe to their limits. Is this kind of scary team to go up against?
Eu acredito que não, porque do mesmo jeito que eles têm poder de fogo, a gente também tem poder de fogo. Eu acho que é um método bom de combater eles. Eles têm o Boros, que troca muito tiro. A gente vai ter o Lucão para parar ele. Então,
Experiment before the major.
That's a very interesting thing to do. Yeah, usually you don't really experiment with majors. That's where you just do what you prepared, what you practiced, and go forward with it. I think if you're changing an IGL before the major, that means you're not confident.
This is making me so incredibly mad. I'm so incredibly angry to read that. To even have the idea that once you've gotten there at the major, you're like, guys, I just had this dream, I had this idea. How about we change the IGL? Like, how about you be the IGL? Or maybe you can be the IGL.
Everyone's an IGL.
Why is SDY going to take the fall again? Like, he wasn't NaVi, there was a rough time. He goes into Monte, he's got great numbers. He's turning into a carry, has Boris by his side, who's also putting great numbers. And then he's like, how can I mess this up? What if I was the IGL?
To be honest, there is an extra factor here that LMBT, their coach, couldn't make it because of the war. So he is maybe that lacking him as the supportive element, the caller, the guy to bring a tactic in the timeout, made them change from War to SDY.
No coach, changing your IGL beforehand. It's the major. This is not the place for this. And it's something that concerns me slightly about some of the lesser known teams is coming and going, we're just so happy to be here. So we'll try.
You could see a few interesting twists and ideas on how to negotiate retakes. And this, coupled with the fact that you have individuals training real hard, like Boros might be riding the first step of a very long book in Counter-Strike. Boros having a good moment, SDY as well. This is why people are getting excited about Monte. And they were able to bring that in spite of all of the elements we've mentioned.
My only question is, how many rounds do FLUXO take here? It's between like 1 and 5.
You're saying 1 and 5?
Yeah. No, I'm not going for a 0. That's kind of crazy.
2 autonomous players making their own plays all the time. When Boros is running out mid, they're good at supporting each other while things are being fluid. That's exactly what FLUXO are missing. You know, my favorite part about FLUXO, unfortunately, is Zeus. But when we talk about Zeus as the coach, you know, he talked about this team. When they get to a good position, they don't know when to stop. And, you know, he can't be in there while the game is live to tell them, like, listen, this is the point where you've done a lot of good Furia aggression here, but it's time to chill because we actually have a strong position and we don't want to let that go. And when you've got Lukowski on the team, I feel like they let the leash off. He's running through, and sometimes even if he gets 2 kills, they can actually lose because, again, they don't know when they've got a good spot.
And I think the thing with Lukowski is if you don't watch FLUXO enough, if you don't have an opinion on Lukowski yet, then I think that opinion can be very easily warped by an off game of FLUXO with a blowout score like that. But on an individual level, right, when Woody said in this interview that, well, it's cool because we can fight fire with fire. And you can try to hopping players hoping still to get in. And Boros and some Die Young connect the headshots. It is Monte's CT side to pick up pistol.
Even though the last game was 16-0, this game could literally just be just as fast, even if it's like 16-9 or something like that. With the fast rounds that are going to come out from FLUXO's T side, they've got one gear. That's pretty much it.
Go.
And there's Boros to show exactly what that looks like. At that point of the round, already flanking B.
You know, that's the kind of pace that Monte are going to bring to you. You've got Boros in your spawn. You've got Waro prying down connector. This will be defined as fire and fire. But a quick save out of FLUXO. You know, Monte are looking to basically do the exact same thing that Apex are, looking to be a team that comes, because if we look at, you know, if we look at the journey of, like, say, Gamer Legion, Apex, and of course, Monte coming in from the European RMR, using an RMR that maybe had lesser competition in order to get more of these types of teams in attendance in Paris, especially not having to use one of those last chance qualifier slots. But Monte just had the